Well, happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Did you realize that there are actually a lot of Americans who have no idea what the 4th of July is, or the historic events behind it, or the things that happened around it? Even in American history as a whole, they have no idea. Watch some of these people.
You're a history major?
Yeah.
Who's the 16th president?
Yeah, no idea.
When was the Declaration of Independence signed?
Declaration of Independence, 1773.
76. When did World War II end?
52.
45. You're a history major?
Yeah.
When was the Declaration of Independence signed?
It was 19 something.
Close.
1904, 01.
1776.
That was not close.
No, it's not close, but that's okay.
It's kind of funny, but kind of sad at the same time. So in order for us to not be like those people and to know what we're celebrating this weekend, I have 5 kind of fun facts about the 4th of July. Did you know that in the beginning, when we had 13 colonies, when we first founded our nation, that there were circled stars in the flag? It wasn't just 13 across or anything like that. There was a circle around it. And so the original American flag, those 13 stars were there to show that they're all equal amongst one another as a state. Did you know that the first Independence Day celebration took place in Philadelphia, which is very close to us? It was on July 8th of 1776. This is also the first time that the Declaration of Independence was read out loud and in public after ringing the Liberty Bell. The third thing that I want to share with you is that Benjamin Franklin actually wanted our national bird to be a turkey instead of a bald eagle. I mean, I love turkey, I love Thanksgiving, it tastes good, but as far as like your mascot, your champion, a turkey is kind of a turkey, and a bald eagle is pretty awesome. Pretty cool bird. So I'm glad that we went with the bald eagle instead of a turkey. As we were talking about the Liberty Bell, did you know that every 4th of July, the Liberty Bell is tapped 13 times in honor of the first 13 colonies? The bell's not actually rung, it's just tapped 13 times to commemorate the founding of our awesome country that we have in America. Number 5, did you know that John Hancock was the only original signer of the Declaration of Independence? All the other guys were added later. So that's where we get, hey, do you have your John Hancock? Can I get your John Hancock on that? He became famous for his signature, the first one ever on the Declaration of Independence. So I hope that informs you a little bit so we know what we're doing when we celebrate the 4th of July, a little bit, some of the history behind it. And as we think of the 4th of July and how we know America came away from Britain because they had a tyrannical and oppressive government and king, there still today is an oppression. There still today is a tyranny. And it's not through our government or anything like that, but it's through the tyranny and the power of sin in the lives of people all around and in ourselves. Jesus said these words, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim liberty to the captives and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor." The Bible describes people who don't know Jesus Christ, those who are not followers of Christ or Christians, in these type of words: lost, captives to sin, blind, oppressed, rebels, enemies of God, and enslaved to sin. Did you know that right now, if somebody who is not a Christian said, I would like to stop sinning and I want to follow God and I want to make my life better and follow Jesus and I'm just going to stop sinning right now? Did you know that they have absolutely no power or ability to do that? Because they are a slave. They're bound in chains. Think of somebody in a jail cell. Think of somebody like Paul, who when he wrote the book of Philippians and a lot of the books that he wrote, he was bound in chains in jail with on his legs and probably even his hands at some points, where he's just there chained to a wall in a cell, enslaved. He's not strong enough to break those bonds. And that's how it is with the slavery and oppression and bondage of sin. But Jesus Christ does have the power over sin and death and hell. He is the one who preaches the good news to the poor. He proclaims liberty to those who are held captive. He promises freedom over the tyranny of sin. He gives sight to those who are spiritually blind and those who cannot see who God is and how much he loves them. Jesus sets free all those who are oppressed by their sinful natures and by the temptations of the devil. Jesus stands in complete victory over sin death, in hell, in my life and in your life, if you trust him. So because Jesus has set us free, let us walk in that freedom. Let us live like ones who have been made free because of what Jesus has done for us. Let us know that he who the Son sets free is free indeed, and walk in that victory over sin today. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend with your family and friends celebrating the 4th of July. And now you may maybe know a couple things that you didn't know about the 4th of July, and know that you have victory over sin and death because of Jesus Christ. Hope to see you in church on Sunday.